Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Ashley, and this is Coda, one of my two huskies. Today is a very informal video. I just want to come on here and talk about a recent medical diagnosis that I received today. It's kind of emotional, but at the same time, I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about something that's very common amongst women, especially in your reproductive age. What I'm talking about is polycystic ovarian syndrome, or better known as PCOS. Today I was officially diagnosed with the syndrome. I went in to talk about infertility because if you're new here, I am married. I have been married almost 3 years, coming this August, and coming this August, and we've been I wouldn't say actively trying, but we haven't not been trying or taking any preventative measures. And I realized that nothing had happened, and my husband even brought it up. So, you know, no shame in my game. Go to the doctor. Let's see if there's any issues on my part and figure out. Rudeness, sit down. See if there's anything that could have been preventing it from happening. So I went in today and they did an ultrasound and talked about my previous history. So I've always dealt with ovarian cysts, which is another common thing because you develop them in between your period, and they usually dissolve on their own during your menstrual. So I'm like, okay, cool, you know. That's what I was expecting going in. And when he did the ultrasound, he actually saw that I have collections of ovarian cysts on the outside of my ovaries, which cause issues such as prolonged or irregular periods. So the good thing is now we know what the issue is, because I was trying to figure out why I have started to have very irregular periods. It's hard for me to track my ovulation. Get down. Excuse me, guys. Get down, you big baby. But yeah. And I started not to take anything from anybody, but I know a lot of people will say this is common, which I've said too. It is common. It was explained to me in the doctor's office today that it's nothing that you cause or whatever. It can be attributed, well, genetics can be an attribute to it, and environmental factors. Some of the symptoms that my doctor talked to me about was acne, depression, because it's basically a hormonal disorder. It's nothing that, you know, a past trauma could have caused, or just not taking care of yourself or anything like that. It's just it's something that occurs. I mean, women, our bodies are so complicated. I don't think people understand just how complicated the woman's anatomy is. We go through a lot, and a lot of things factor into the maintenance and the structure and the functionality of our bodies. Like the littlest thing can throw us all the way off. So I wanted to come on here and just talk about that because I am trying to conceive. Like, I am 29 years old. I think My husband and I are in a financial position where I can comfortably bring a child into this world and provide for them the way I see fit, and offer them things that I wasn't afforded as a child. And it's not that my mother didn't do the best that she could, and I applaud her for doing it all by herself with 3 kids. But I didn't want to have to go through the struggles that my mother had to go through, and I watched her go through to provide for us. She instilled very great values in all 3 of her kids, and I thank her for that every chance I get. So when I started to think about becoming a mother myself, I always said I wanted to wait until I was in a position to do and be able to provide certain things without the strain. So now that I'm in that position, I'm just trying to get myself together so that I can have a healthy pregnancy, and anything that I can control on my part, I want to make sure that I have in order and I'm prepared for, you know. But yeah, being diagnosed with PCOS was a little shocking, a little bit, because I wasn't expecting to go into the doctor and hear that something was wrong. But luckily it's not curable. That's one of the bad things about this whole diagnosis. It's not a curable thing, so it's something I will probably deal with for the rest of my life. But it's manageable, and it's something that you can work around to still conceive a healthy baby. So let's see. So I just wanted to run through some stuff that I researched today and learned about it outside of the doctor's office. So like I said, the symptoms are usually irregular periods, the excess, I think it's called androgen, which is a male hormone. So elevated levels of this cause excess facial hair and body hair, and occasionally severe acne and male pattern baldness. Now, I can thank the Lord that I have not dealt with any of that. I just have the irregular periods and polycystic ovaries. So my ovaries are a little bit enlarged and have follicles that surround my eggs. So I don't release eggs like I'm supposed to, which is causing me not to become pregnant. So I'm not ovulating, basically. So like I said, causes are usually things out of your control. So the causes listed here are excess insulin, low-grade inflammation, hereditary. Like I said, genetics can play a role in this. And the excess androgen, the male hormone that I talked about earlier. Complications from PCOS. One thing that I'm experiencing now, infertility. It also states that gestational diabetes or pregnancy-induced high blood pressure, miscarriage or premature birth, non-alcoholic hepatitis, which is a severe liver inflammation caused by fat accumulation in the liver. Ooh, that sounds bad. Type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes, sleep apnea, depression, anxiety, and eating disorders, abnormal uterine bleeding, and cancer of the uterine lining. So it can have some really impactful complications, but that's why it's important to go to your doctor. Like I am one of those people that really heed on, if anything feels off, seems off, I run to the doctor. Like I am not ashamed to go talk to my doctor about anything, because I mean, we only get one body, we only get one life. You have to take care of it. Like if you don't, then you lose out on things that. I'm sorry, guys. Coda is an attention whore, and he actually knows what a camera is. So anytime the camera is on, He all for it. He like, let me get my 5 minutes of fame. But yeah, so my doctor put me on 2 prescriptions today that I'm to take for the next 3 months. To try to regulate my periods. So he is thinking that with regulating my periods, I can get a regular ovulation pattern, and then we can work on trying to conceive. So I just want to come on here and update you guys on that, because I feel like, hey, we're all family. It's not a terminal illness or anything like that, but it is common amongst women, and I feel like if I speak out about it, more women can go and get themselves checked out and make sure you don't have that issue. And if you do, get the help that you need. But I will be documenting my journey on conception and the birth after we achieve a successful pregnancy. And therefore I'll also be documenting my jaw surgery journey, because I am scheduled to have double jaw surgery to fix my smile. So look forward to those videos coming, guys, and keep me in your prayers. I don't know if everybody in my channel is spiritual, but I am a little bit, so I do believe prayer works. So keep me in your prayers as I keep you guys in mind, and I'll see you in the next video.